everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, September 21st, 2021. So glad you could be here with us this morning. Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading tools. And we supplement that with our best in the business personalized one-on-one training. We believe one-on-one training is the only way to effectively learn this. And we are so confident in how well our tools and training perform that once you have been trained, we guarantee to give you a company-funded account and let you trade our money and split what you make. In this session, it's got two purposes. One is for you to evaluate how accurate our tools are by watching an experienced trader trade with them. And two is to teach you how to trade with one of the signals. There are over a dozen signals. And as you get into in the light program, we only expose you to one, and we a simple signal at that. Just so that you can get the sense that it works. But as you get into training, we will show you multiple signals and find one that resonates with you and develop a trade plan around it. The two that I'm going to use this morning are something called the 10-point trade and the thick orange line trade. If you haven't, please mute yourself. So with that, let us get going. We start by first listening to the disclosure. So let's go ahead and do that.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Oh, that guy's tough to listen to first thing in the morning. Again, another one of the items that distinguishes our program is that we do live trades every day. When you are in the program, trade in the morning, trade in the evening, where you see different experienced traders do their thing and learn from them. In the light program, you have access to what's up here in the yellow. A little later this morning at 9:30, you've got a intro to coaching seminar. Tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Eastern time, you've got the light member meeting, and then we will do it again on Thursday morning. Just to see the full members, we do a trade in the morning at 10 a.m., trade in the evening at 10 p.m., and then we also do a trade Sunday afternoon when the market opens. And we've got additional training on Saturday morning. And then there's also some more paid sessions where you can hop on with Dale and get a trade. Dale is a person who took a $2,000 account and turned it into a $1 million account. So he is a very good trader. On my, as many of you know, I work off of almost like a little pilot's checklist. I go through it every day and make sure that I am following the routine that I've set out. First thing is I check to make sure my green charts in MetaTrader 4 is live and connected. I have done that before we have connected on. It is good practice, especially with the web-based charts, that if you go away from your computer for a little bit, refresh the charts when you come back. Refresh the charts when you come back, and it takes a couple minutes for the depending on the candle you're using for it to refresh properly. Always review yesterday's trade, specifically what we're looking for is for trades that didn't go as we planned, so that we can go back and kind of study them to figure out what we did wrong, so as to improve. Last night we took two thick orange. We took let's see what we got here. We took two thick orange line trades. Hold on, let me pull up the what we got going here. We took two thick orange line trades, not thick orange line, thick orange line trades. Sorry, a little slow here this morning. Two thick orange line trades, and they both closed. As we are technical traders, technical trading means that we trade based on price action or the price movement, and our tools are very good at picking up where the turns are. However, currencies are also impacted by news. So we like to go to Forex Factory and review what the upcoming news is. Forex Factory breaks it down into low impact, which is yellow, orange impact, which is orange, or excuse me, medium impact, which is orange, and high impact, which is red. So for the rest of today, we basically have nothing to worry about. So with that, let's go ahead and start seeing what we have for our possible trades. This chart is a chart that you have in your green chart, the light 6 major. I have duplicated it or cloned it 4 times. I like to call this the composite chart because it's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour candle. I trade primarily off of a 1-hour candle. The signals work off of any time period. Off of a 1-hour candle, typically you can get a trade between 5 and 30 pips. I start with the middle section of the chart, and this middle section is called the majors and minors. The red and green lines are the major indicators. The black and gray lines are the minor indicators. The blue horizontal line is the overbought line. So currencies move up a little bit and move down a little bit. When they move up a little bit, they move to what's considered an overbought status, and then when they move down, they move to an oversold status. When they are oversold, we can anticipate they're going to go up. When they are overbought, we can anticipate they're going to go down. And what we're looking for is enough of a signal that tells us the timing is right to catch the down move, or the timing is right to catch the up move. So when these lines, so I am looking for situations where we're overbought or oversold. Right now on Australian US dollar, we're in the middle of the channel and we're a little bit more than halfway, so I'm going to pass. Euro USD, we are overbought, and the majors and minors are kind of going sideways. I do have a double cross where the black is crossed over and the green line is crossed over, but this is more sideways than down. I want the lines going down more like what I see on the Australian USD. Had we caught this up here, this would have been a nice move. Pound dollar, we are overbought. Majors are coming down. Minors are coming down. The minors are in the channel. I don't mind the minors being in the channel. And I do have the double cross. Red is on top of green and black is on top of gray. And the minor lines are increasing in steepness of slope. So I like that. So I've got 3 points here. 1 point is that we've got, we're overbought. 2 points that the lines are pointing down. And 3 points that both lines have a double cross. So when I have 3 points here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my TNT and see if I can get confirmation that there is a down move coming. So I'm going to count how many lines are consistent with what I'm seeing here. I've got the two orange lines coming down, and I've got the dotted blue going up and the thick blue coming down. The blue lines are inversely related, so what that means is when blue goes up, that means down. So 3 of the 4 lines here on the TNTs are telling me down. I need a minimum of 3 of the 4. Ideally, I could get 4 of the 4, but I got 3 of the 4. That's enough. And then the next thing I want to see is I want to take a look at the pressure and see if the pressure is consistent. We have up pressure that's weakening. So the pressure lines are not going the direction I want, but I do have the red line on top. And with the red line on top, that gives me a point. So I have 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. So I've got a minimum of 7 points. So this is a trade that we can look at a little bit more. On the pressure also, the green line, the pressure lines are close to rolling. And I can tell that because the line or the gap between the red line and the green line is increasing. The gap's getting bigger. And the slope on the green line is less steep than here. So you can kind of see more steep, then there's a kink in the line, less steep. So I've got 7 points. So when I have 7 points, if I go back to my trade routine, next thing I want to know is where the support and resistance are, what the trend is, where the channels are. So I want to take a clean chart, and this chart is pound yen. We want the pound dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to Great Britain pound USD. I am going to, I haven't traded, so I am going to go ahead and put some support and resistance lines on. Support and resistance lines are lines where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to go right around where the price is and see if I can find some support and resistance lines. So I click the little horizontal line up here. I drop them in, then I'm going to grab them and drop them in where I think I see some support and resistance. All right, right in here and right in here. Actually, I'm going to pull this together a little tighter if I can. And it won't let me. So I'm going to put one below. On the dollar, Euro US dollar, these tend to be about 30 pips apart. All right, so right in here, right in here, right in here. Oops. Let's see. Let's move this guy. We're going to move him up above. So this is a little bit takes a little kind of artistic talent to figure out where these spots are or what the best spot is. Right in here, right in here, right here, over here. So 1, 2, I'm going to take one more above. Usually when I set my support and resistance, I like to go when I set my stop loss, I like to go 2 stop losses on an hour chart. I like to go 2 resistance lines away. Right in here, right in here, in here, over here. All right, so now we've got our support and resistance. I'm going to pull it back out so we can look at it a little better. I want to know what my trend is. So over the last, I'd say 4 days, last week, we can argue that we're trading into a downtrend. The trend helps me determine how many pips I want to take. If I'm taking a sell trade into a downtrend, I'll take a little bit more in terms of pips than if I'm taking a buy trade into a sell trend. So right now it looks like we are trading into a sell trend, although in the last day you might argue that we are trading into a buy trend. 19th. So, but overall, I'm going to go with the bigger trend here that we're selling into a downtrend. So once I know that, let's see. Let's get these lines off of here so it's a little easier to read. Delete. All right, so now we see that. The next thing I want to do is I want some additional support that tells me that indeed we have a sell. So to get that, I'm going to go to a full chart. So a full chart is a chart that's going to show me different time periods for the same currency pair. So we were looking at the pound USD, Great Britain pound USD. And so here was the signal that we were looking at, the 1 hour signal. So we've got the oversold, everybody's going down, the 2 orange lines going down, blue line coming up, and the pressure is going up, but starting to roll with the red on top. What I want to do is I want to take a look at the 2 hour chart, and I want to see that I see something that's consistent with what I'm seeing here. And when I say consistent, what I'm looking for is I want the majors and minors to be overbought. They don't necessarily have to be pointing down, but I want them to be overbought, because if they're overbought, that means eventually they'll start coming down versus they're oversold. So the 1 hour chart's telling me overbought, the 2 hour chart's telling me oversold. So here I have that. And I do look at the pressure. I've got up pressure and the lines are converging. So that's okay. I also look at the 4 hour chart, and basically I am overbought. The minors have started to come down. The majors are still going up. And I've got sideways pressure here. Sideways pressure again with green on top. Sideways pressure tells me that typically I'm going to see this candle retrace either this candle or retrace both of these candles. So I like what I'm seeing here. Everybody's overbought. So taking a sell trade here, I've got less of a chance of being wrong. What I want to do is minimize the things that could go against me. So if everybody's overbought, the chances are the signal's going down. Now, while we've been talking, this is weakened a little bit. The 1 hour is weakened. this slope here on the majors isn't quite as strong as it was when we started. And actually, we can see that by looking at the yellow line. Oh, the yellow line, now we only have 2 of the 4 up here. The orange line, one orange line is going down, one orange line is going up. So while we've been doing our analysis, this signal is weakened. Because of that, we are going to pass. So we got to the initial point of, we saw the signal. While I continue to do my analysis to figure out where the support and resistance are and what the trend is, and usually the other thing I also do is I'd like to know how much room I have between the support and resistance lines. So here I've got 19 pips up and 20 pips down. So we could take a trade up to 20 pips down, but I am not going to do that because we've lost the signal while we were doing our analysis. So this may come around in a little bit, but right now it's not there. So with that, we're going to pass. One of the mistakes new traders make is that they're very anxious to get a good trade in, and they'll overlook negative parts of the signal and still take the trade, saying, "Oh, well, that's gonna change in just that's gonna change in just a minute." Don't predict what the indicators are going to do. Let them tell you what they're going to do, and then make your decision based off of what it's telling you. So we didn't get it. Now, the other reason that might have been a weak trade is because we didn't have it here. Usually, like on the USD pairs, if we see the signal in one, we're going to see a signal in the others. And we saw the signal was weak here on the Euro USD. So that was an indication. The pound may have been strong enough to drive this, but as we see, it wasn't. So that's not there. So with that, we're going to go to our second signal. That first signal, the 10-point trade, that takes about 10 minutes to figure out if you go through all of the steps. And we still didn't even get to the final step of determining how many pips it's worth. This trade, the thick orange line trade, is a very simple trade. It's like if you have a yes and a yes, you're going to go ahead and take the trade, and it's worth 5 pips. You don't have to figure anything out. And what it is we're going to take a look at what this number is. This number is a scaled number that shows the position of the thick orange line. And when the thick orange line is as low as it can go, it's at 0. When it is as high as it can go, it's at 10. At 0, what it's telling us is it believes there's no more down in the movement. If there's no more down in the movement, that is a buy, time to buy. Likewise, if there's no more up in the movement, it is time to sell. But again, it's one of the nice things about the tools is each of the charts give us a little bit different information. And we don't like to trade off of one piece of information. We want to trade off of multiple pieces of information. So when you first start the light, we simplify the chart. We give you one piece of information, get you trading on that. Then we add another layer. Then we add another layer. Well, here we've got 2 layers, and we want to make sure they're both consistent. And when they're both consistent, we have a higher chance of getting a winning trade. So I'm looking for situations where this is 0 or 1, 0 or 10, or within 1 point of 0 or 10. And then if that's the case, I'm going to go down and look at my majors and minors and see if the major and minor lines are consistent with what I'm seeing here. So let's just keep doing that. So Euro USD, I am at 9. 9 is within 1 of 10. And then I look to see if all of my lines are well above the overbought line, and they are. And specifically, I'm interested in the majors, the red and green, especially the red line. I want the red line high up, and I've got that. So we have one Euro USD. We've got to sell for 5 pips. I want to see what else there is. We've got like another 4 minutes. This trade is good at the top of the hour, right at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes left. Let's see what else we've got. 6 is no. 9 is within 1 of 10. But when I look at the majors and minors, the majors are in the middle of the channel. So I don't have part 2 of the confirmation. 4.7, that's a no. 2.1, that's a no. Let's go to the next chart. 7.9, no. 5 on the AUD JPY, no. 10, yes. Euro CAD, but look where my majors and minors are. They're in the middle of the channel. I want them way up here. So we're going to pass. 9.6, yes. But again, look where my majors and minors are. We're oversold here. Oversold and going down, even though this is telling us we've maxed out. What we're looking for is when everybody is this is 10 and these lines are up here, what'll happen is when the candle changes, there'll be a little snap, and we're going to get that move off of the snap. 3.2, no. 6.4, no. Make sure we get the chart current. 1.8 isn't close enough. 9.1 is a yes, but my majors and minors are in the middle of the chart. 10 is a yes, but again, we're in the middle of the chart. 2 isn't close enough. 8.5 isn't close enough. 5.4 isn't close enough. We will go to the next grouping. 5.2 is not close enough. 4.7 is not close enough. 5 isn't close enough. 6.4 isn't close enough. 1.5 isn't close enough. 0 is close enough. And all the lines are well below. So we've got the CAD, CHF. All right, so we've got 2 trades here that we can take. This is a buy trade. And it's been down at 0 for 3 hours. So let's go to our MetaTrader 4. Oops, come on. I'm going to open up the chart. I have Euro USD, so it's already open. So I'm going to go to new order. My lot size is a function of how much I have in my account. I've got 11,000 in my account, so I am going to take a lot size of 1.1. I'm just going to move the decimal place over 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives me to 1.1. And this is going to be a market sell. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit. I just want to get the sell in right now. I'll add the stop loss and take profit in just a minute. So sell. And now we are going to go to the CAD, CHF, and I do not have CAD, CHF open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to look for CAD, CHF. It's not in the first group, not in the second group. CAD, CHF, come on, right here. Go to the second row, new order. My lot size, going to confirm my lot size, confirm the symbol, and I'm going to just click market buy. So I've got 2 trades in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to right click along one of the lines, and I'm going to add my stop loss and take profit. So I'm going to right click, go to modify. This trade is worth the 5 pips, which is 50 points. If I click the little blue button, it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss on this because this trade is right approximately 90% of the time. So if I win 9 trades for for 5 pips, that's 45 pips. And I lose one trade for 20 pips, I'm ahead 25 pips. And I just like to make sure I get the full 5 pips here. So I got in at 0.7247, 7247. If I add 5 to this, I'm going to go to 5.2. So I'm going to just adjust this to 5.2 modify. And then I'm also going to modify this guy here. 5 pips. It remembers what I did last time, and I just want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I got in at 34. So I'm going to go to 29.6. 29.6. And we've got both trades in. And some traders on this trade like to, I'll read the numbers off again in just a minute, but some traders on this trade like to see that the number, this number changed by at least 1. And you see that it did. It went from 0 up to 3. So this confirms that we took a good trade. And let's see what our USD was. And it was at 9 something, and it came down to 7.6. So we've got confirmation that these trades will move in our way in just a bit. So just to recap, we were looking at we thought we had a 10-point trade on the pound dollar. As we started to do our analysis and set things up, the signal started to weaken, so we moved away from it. At the top of the hour, which is when the thick orange line trade is good, on a 1-hour chart, it's good for 5 pips. We saw 2 signals, one on the Euro USD, and we took a sell with a take profit of 1.17296, 1.17296, stop loss of 1.17559, 1.57559. And then we also took a buy on the CAD CHF with a take profit of 0.72522, 0.72522, and a stop loss of 0.72253. Stop loss of 0.72253. Let's see if we've got any questions. All right, no questions. All right, I would expect these to close in the next hour or so. Glad you could all be here. We're here to help. If you need anything, reach out to your coach or reach out to me, and we'll help move you along. Thanks so much, and we'll see you Thursday morning. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right, bye-bye.